rhinoplasty and show you some things that my best friend got me during my recovery, and also just talk about, some videos that I plan on filming for the future, and we'll go from there. Before I get into the video, I did just wanna give a little disclaimer. I know the topic of plastic surgery in general can be sensitive for some people. If you don't like this topic, if it makes you feel some kind of way, feel free to click off the video now. I fully realize that plastic surgery is not for everybody, but I do just want to talk about my experience with it, and maybe help those who have considered a rhinoplasty be able to make a good decision for themselves. So, without any further ado, let's jump into the video. So, I wanted to start off by saying that the reason I decided to go for my rhinoplasty was not just cosmetic. For the longest time, I have not been able to breathe through the left side of my nose, and that's because I suffered from a severely deviated septum. So what they do for people with a deviated septum is called a septoplasty, and basically they straighten the cartilage that's inside your nose and divides the two nostrils. I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was explained to me. So basically I had a septoplasty combined with a rhinoplasty because there were a few things that I personally did not like about the way my nose looked, starting with the dorsal hump. And I'll show you guys before and after photos and things like that. You can also click on any of my previous videos and you could see the difference. I did have a dorsal hump before, whereas now it's more of just a straight line. Also, when I smiled, or even just naturally, my nose would droop down a little bit in the front, whereas now it has this sort of lifted tip. And previously, it was a little wider at the base here and had a slight curve to it because of my deviated septum. And now, for the most part, it's pretty straight. I guess as straight as you can get, because it's never going to be 100% perfect. But those were the things that I was looking to do during my surgery. And I have to say, I am very happy with the results and how it came out. But it definitely wasn't an easy process, right off the bat. I had to do some research, and I will say I got two different opinions. So back in April, I went for my first consultation to a doctor in Short Hills, New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey. That's where I live, for those of you who don't know. So I went to Short Hills, and I had a consultation with that plastic surgeon, and it went well. I did like him, although there were certain things that the surgeon was suggesting that I wasn't necessarily comfortable with. And I feel like it's always best to get a second opinion just to weigh your options, not only financially, but just as far as the way that they do things, right? So I ended up not going with that first surgeon, and I ended up having a second consultation. I think it was in the beginning of May. And the second consultation was the surgeon that I ended up going with, and they are located in Hackensack, New Jersey. His name is Robert Morton, for anyone who's interested in looking him up. He does a lot of different surgeries, especially for children with cleft lips or different, craniofacial deformities, things like that. And I was just very impressed with him from the start. His whole process, the way the whole consultation went, he was was grateful for that. And even though the surgery ended up costing more at this office than the previous one, at the end of the day, I just felt more comfortable going to this surgeon. So that's how I made my decision. And honestly, you guys, now if I could do it all over again, I might have considered doing this surgery in the winter just because of the recovery time, and you're not supposed to get your nose like in the sun or, you know, for long periods of time. There's a lot of precautions you have to take. But I would consider doing it in the winter if I could do it all over again, because right after I had my consultation in May, I literally booked the surgery for June 15th. So as soon as I possibly could, I just did it because it's something that I had been waiting so long to do, and I just wanted to get it over with at that point. So I booked it for June 15th, and there were a few things I did to prepare for the surgery. The first one was chugging pineapple juice like nobody's business, you guys. I was buying bottles of pineapple juice like this big maybe, and like this fat from Whole Foods, like organic pineapple juice. I forget the brand, but if someone asks below, I can leave a comment. I was drinking that. I was taking arnica and bromelain pills. These are all things that are ultimately supposed to help with all the swelling and the bruising that happens after the surgery, because technically they're breaking your nose, they're breaking a bone that's in the middle of your face, and that creates a lot of bruising and swelling. But ultimately, all that preparation really did help. Excuse me, that's my stomach. And I can show you guys some photos of, you know, after the surgery, the swelling and the bruising, what it looked like. I was taking so many pictures. And yeah, so the day of the surgery, I went in, I think around noon. I ultimately didn't leave the center until, I want to say, like 6:30 or so. My surgery ended up starting late, but it still went relatively quick. I want to say it was 2.5 hours or so. Actually, maybe closer to 3. And one of the first things the surgeon said to me after was, yeah, your septum was much more deviated than we originally thought. I had to dig really deep in there to see, and it had like a pretty significant curve. And you know, honestly, it wasn't that surprising to hear that, considering the problems that I had with my breathing. So I was just relieved to finally have it over with. And honestly, when I first woke up, I wasn't in any kind of pain. I felt fine. And the bruising really wasn't significant yet. That started to come, you know, like the next day or so. And that's when the pain started to kick in too. They gave me a prescription for the pain, but I kind of just stuck with Tylenol extra strength, and that really did the trick for me. Now, the way this surgeon did it, the first 24 hours I had to have packing in my nose, which is basically like these long tube-like things that just sit in your nostrils to help hold the shape underneath all the bandages. And I gotta say, that was not the most comfortable, but it wasn't necessarily painful. It was just hard to sleep. And also, you guys, when you get a rhinoplasty, septoplasty, you have to sleep upright during your healing process. So that was a little frustrating. But after the first 24 hours where I had the packing come out, it was so much better. And I just felt a million times better. Overall, I'd say like the first maybe 4 to 5 days were the worst, and then after that I felt so much better. The first week I had to have a cast over my nose even after the backing was taken out, and then for the whole second week it was just bandages and the cast was off. And then after that was when I got to go back for my reveal to actually see, you know, what my nose looked like without the cast. And then they put the tape on, and then I'm getting my story confused. So the first week was the cast. The second week was the tape. And then after that, I took the tape off on my own and I was able to see my nose. So I'm gonna put a bunch of pictures up on the screen to show you guys what it looked like. I'll show you before, I'll show you after, I'll show you the bruising, I'll show you the tape. I will show you when I first saw my actual nose, and it'll be interesting to see what it looked like when I first took the tape off versus now, and how much of the swelling has gone down. You guys, in December, it'll be 6 months since the surgery, and I actually have my 6-month follow-up appointment in December. I think it's like the 22nd or something, so that'll be cool. My surgeon, you know, they make TikToks, they do before and after photos. I think he actually posted a TikTok with me in it that I will see if I can include or link down below or something like that. But yeah, overall, I had a wonderful experience with Robert Morin. I'd highly suggest him to anyone interested in a rhinoplasty. If you guys want to find out more about him or know a little bit more about the financial side of how things went, feel free to message me or leave me a comment down below. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. But yeah, no regrets. So happy I did it. You guys should have seen me like after I had everything taken off. Every day I just had my phone or a mirror and I was constantly just checking out my profile. But yeah, I'm very happy with how things turned out. And yeah. So now I wanted to just show you guys some things that my best friend had got me as like a nose job present or recovery gift. It was this cute little basket that she put together, and of course it's been some time, so I've taken some stuff out of this basket, but I'll insert a picture of what it looked like when I first got it. And now I'll show you like different things that came in the basket. So one of the first things that you could see in my thumbnail was this congratulations on the new nose coloring book. And it's got a giant schnoz in the middle. And these are some of the pages in the book. To be honest with you guys, I didn't really use this a ton. My recovery was not that long, you know, but I did start one of the drawings. I just didn't get very far, as you can see. This is literally the first page. Sorry, Alexa, if you're watching this. It was still a very thoughtful gift. As you can see, it's an adult coloring book. A lot of detail. But just so cute. Of course, with the coloring book, I got some colored pencils. Crayola. Now for the good stuff. A bottle of wine, but with a custom label. And yes, I didn't drink it yet because it's so cute and I wanted to save it because I knew ultimately I'd make a video with it. But the label says, pairs well with a new nose. Established June 15th, 2023. I'm assuming like this is one of those labels from Etsy or something. So cute. Love it. And this is rosé. And it's actually a very pretty bottle. But I guess technically now that I there's no description on here. But honestly, the best way I can describe this is like it's a very clean smell, almost like fresh laundry or sheets, you know? I haven't burned it at all yet. It's like, yeah, fresh laundry, detergent, maybe some cologne mixed in. It's a really good scent. Like, after you finish cleaning the house or cleaning your room, whatever, this is definitely a good one to light. I love candle tapping. I missed doing this for you guys. I'll definitely be doing more videos soon. Maybe some classic old school ASMR triggers. Maybe some trending TikTok triggers. And also, you guys, I got this pair of insanely long acrylic nails from What the Alley, and they came out gorgeous. Like, these nails are insanely long, and you guys know I like to keep mine relatively short. I would never like wear these out and about just because I personally couldn't function with them, but I'm definitely gonna make an ASMR video for you guys with them, and then we'll like tap on some things, we'll show them off, maybe do some other triggers, and you guys can let me know what you think. But they came out really cool looking, so hopefully you guys enjoy them as much as I do. But that's on my list of videos, and I'm definitely gonna need your help for video suggestions to help me get my creative juices flowing again. I've been brainstorming some ideas, but still, let me know what you guys want to see, and hopefully I can be a little bit more consistent and not wait another 8 months to post a video. So also part of the basket was this really cool straw, and it says bitch, and it's like super fun, colorful, and twisty. I haven't actually used it yet, but it was very thoughtful because after the rhinoplasty, it was very hard to like drink regularly out of cups or water bottles, things like that. And I had stitches like right underneath, so excuse me, it was just hard to like move my mouth a lot, so straws were definitely helpful. I never used this one just because I set it to the side with the rest of the basket because I knew I wanted to film this, but I can probably use it now. And it's just, it's huge. Like, it's not very practical. Oh my god, my stomach, you guys, I'm sorry. It's just not a very practical straw, but it sure is fun, and I do love it. And all of the items that she got me came in this cute little like metal wired basket that I can use like to store, you know, makeup products, skincare, things like that. It's a little justy hairy right now. But yeah, this will definitely come in handy. Alright, and so the very last thing that was a part of the gift basket from my friend was this little card that says congratulations on your new beak, and it's a little flamingo. How cute, you guys. She loves flamingos. She was a flamingo for Halloween this year, so it's very on brand for her. But when you open it up, she wrote me like a nice little note on this side and some hashtags on this side. Hashtag congrats, hashtag who knows what lies ahead, but knows spelled like nose. Hashtag new knows who it is. Hashtag 20-year friendiversary. We've been friends for over 20 years at this point. And can't wait to watch you turn even more dreams into a reality, counting down till we can take that new nose Steph 2.0 for a test drive. Love ya. So this was very cute, and it was definitely a nice surprise. But that is basically all I have related to nose job stuff. If you guys want to know a little bit more about the recovery process, different things that I used throughout, like nose tape and those pills that I was talking about and all of that, and even like some lotion and gel that I used for bruising. If you're interested in any of that, let me know. You can reach out to me directly, or if you want a part 2, let me know. But yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit to get used to sitting down in front of the camera and filming again. I think the more I do it, the more comfortable I'll be. But I still really do enjoy ASMR, and I appreciate those of you who have left comments asking about me, and just those of you who enjoy my content in general. I didn't forget about you. I'm still here. I still want to make videos. I still love this channel. I'm not giving up. We're gonna make a comeback, I promise. But anyway, I think that's it for today's video. So hopefully you enjoyed my whisper ramble / show and tell.